In this modern digital era, one field which has faced rapid development and growth is education. But the key issue arises when we try to decode who has access to all these resources. Last year, we met a student from an extremely small town who was preparing for competitive exams. He did not have any extraordinary aspirations, just a good college. This would allow him to succeed at life. And these are basic desires. But he was held back by slow internet, lack of proper coaching, and expensive books that can burn a hole in your pocket. That's when we realize that the issue is not that students lack motivation and dedication, they lack access and availability for resources. No student should have to wait for hours to get their doubts solved or not be able to practice in practical labs due to lack of proper facilities. And this is when we decided to build a web platform that makes education handy and accessible. Greetings everyone. We are Team Delta Z and this is our submission for the Synergix Hackathon, the Bharat Education Portal, empowering students through technology and making education inclusive. We have various features. We have an AI assistant which can be used to solve doubts instantly, even on low internet. Just ask your doubts and see the answers unfold right in front of you in easy fundamental steps. See, I just asked it simply what are the Newton's laws of motion and I got an answer. Virtual labs allow students to see their theoretical knowledge unfold into visuals. Canvas based animations in the physics lab allow students to visualize pendulum motion and make note of factors like frequency and energy. We'll run the simulation and see. Factors like the period, the maximum velocity, initial angle, frequency, and total energy are calculated for the students. And these values can be tuned for students' likings so that they can see different cases and scenarios of the same experiment. There's also a visualization of projectile motion. In the chemistry lab, we have visualization of acid based titrations, which allows students to observe the very famous color change from pink to colorless. You can see that the flask currently looks pink, but slowly it has changed its color to colorless. Similarly, there is also a solutions and concentrations lab, which allows students to observe the concepts of molarity and molality and dilution and see them come to life. Not only this, there's also a biology lab. In the DNA Explorer, the students can see the fundamental biological structure in an interactive way. Now, to substantiate all this practical knowledge with theoretical material, the library gives students lifetime access to textbooks through a small minimal payment. And even if that seems out of reach, students can sell their own PDFs, handmade notes, visual aids made by them in exchange of credits. These credits can be used to purchase PDFs sold by their fellow peers, thus allowing a well rounded holistic learning. Now, finally, it is always more fun to study with like minded peers. They present new, challenging ways of thinking, doubts you never knew you had, and most importantly, a sense of belonging. The community tab gives students a space to interact with others. Specialized study groups for exams like JEE allow students to find out information they sometimes might miss, like exam updates. Subject specific groups allow for accelerated doubt solving with tricks introduced by their fellow mates. Our solution is not just another education portal. Practical and theoretical knowledge is provided with ease and comfort so that no student has to suffer due to lack of accessibility. The tech stack used for this is HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript. Thank you.